Let's use the TVM solver on the TI-83 or 84 to find the present value of a future payment. Here's a problem we solved earlier without TVM solver. Would you rather have $10,000 now or $10,000 5 years from now? Why? In general, it's better to have $10,000 now, because if you have $10,000 now, you can put it into an account that pays interest and have more than $10,000 5 years from now. In a sense, that $10,000 5 years from now is worth less than $10,000 now. Here's a way to restate the problem. How much is that $10,000 5 years from now worth today? Assume annual interest is 6% compounded annually. One way to look at it, how much money would we have to set aside today at 6% annual interest compounded annually in order to have $10,000 5 years from now? We call this the present value of that $10,000. We're going to use the TVM solver on the TI-83 or 84 to do this. Here's how you access TVM solver. For a TI-83 Plus or TI-84, press Apps or Finance, then choose Finance and TVM solver. And for regular TI-83, press Finance and then TVM solver. We will enter the values we know, put our cursor at the value we do not know, then press Solve, which is alpha enter. Let me show you how we do this. So again, turn it on. Press Apps. We want Finance, so press Enter, and TVM Solver, so press Enter again. Okay, and this is what our screen looks like. So here's what these mean. N is the number of compounding periods. It's always greater than 0. I is the interest rate, expressed as a percent, not as a decimal. PV is the present value or initial amount. Payment, that's if we make a regular payment. Future value, P/Y is payment periods per year, C/Y is compounding periods per year, and we choose end or begin, depending on whether payments are made at the end or the beginning of the payment period. Okay, so again, what's the present value of a $10,000 payment 5 years from now? Here's what we'd have to enter. N in this case is 5, because it's the number of compounding periods. Since interest is compounding annually, and we're talking about 5 years, N would be 5. I is 6. Again, don't enter 0.06. It's just 6. So at least with this device. The present value, that's what we don't know. You can put anything here. We're going to come back to that in a moment. Payment, there is no regular payment, so just press 0 for that. Future value, that's what we know. We know the future value is $10,000. Let's just enter 10,000 here. Whoops, not 10,001, but 10,000. And then payments per year, compounding periods per year. Those are both 1. Now we scroll up to PV, which is what we want to know, the present value. And we press alpha and enter. That's solve. 74, 72, 58. So again, move the cursor PV, press solve, alpha enter. Notice it came up negative 74, 72, 58. That's because money that's coming out of your pocket has a negative sign in front of it. So again, you would have to deposit 74, 72, 58 today if you wanted to have $10,000 5 years from now. That is the present value of the $10,000 payment 5 years from now.